Change direction.
I pledge allegiance to the
to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Welcome everybody, and thanks for coming out on a risk night. Okay. Everybody got their copy of the minutes from Kathy? Read any additions, changes, or anything you didn't like?
I think we should accept the minutes of the meeting.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you.
You're right. I emailed about that. Yeah. 193,000 and change. Emailed you the amount.
Make up the difference next month then?
Yeah.
Up to that 193?
Yeah, I emailed you exactly.
Okay.
So,
So I looked in the ordinance and it basically just said
it's
enough to cover the principal and interest.
for the maximum of the highest one-year payment. So I looked at the highest one-year payment is 193,000 and change. It's the last year. So basically, that last year, there won't have to be a payment made. They'll just take this first reserve money and
Okay.
You got the claims and warrants. The end of the month of October, $31,798.95. For today's meeting, it's $221,480.70. And we'll just go through that. Payroll warrants for 10/27, 11/3, 11/10, 11/17, in the amount of $33,608.11. Bank reconciliations, utilities, $3,061,724.77. The town is $1,032,541.20. The payroll, $2,905.43. Customer deposit, $33,990. I have a motion to approve all those.
I'll make a motion to approve all of those.
Second,
Second.
all in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. Sign off. Come on. hurry up.
Man, pretty quick tonight. Trying to get out of here.
No. Right there. I said I had company in here. It's gonna be gone.
How was your vacation? Nice.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Did you get your cigarettes on the other two?
I want to get some of those in the prison. I don't think yesterday.
Or just an addition.
of the spending. Okay, hold
And
on.
then, Diana? Sorry, Skip.
The park board, the park board met after your last meeting, so, at that meeting on November 6th, we discussed that, several years ago, when Donnie Cobb was superintendent, there was a job placed on the list to put block walls between the toilets at the restrooms in Reeder Park. That never got done. There's still wooden walls, the paint's peeling, it's pretty tacky, there's not much privacy there, and we would like to see that completed. I don't know if any of the blocks that were removed from the Cover Bridge Foundation, because since our meeting, we've removed with Brad and the guys' help, that's been taken care of. Do you think any of those blocks would be usable?
Yeah, they should work.
That would be good. And then we want to buy curtain rods and heavy-duty shower curtains to put up there, because there is just no privacy in there whatsoever. And the shower stalls in that bathroom need some kind of privacy as well. There were locks placed on the inside of the restrooms so that people that go in to take a shower could lock the bathroom doors so that nobody could come in. But since that time, nothing else has been done. So we would like to improve that situation down there and try to get that cleaned up a little bit. And we also discussed the fact that the highway signs for camping and the boat ramp and the railroad bridge need to be replaced. And Mike Askren is talking to the DNR about taking care of that. So we'll see further action on that. And we also are going to contact Professional Glass to see about the replacement of the glass that's on the information signs at Reeder and Aztec Park, because the wind's blown that plexiglass right out of there. So we're gonna try to get that taken care of too. That's all I have. Thank you.
Thank you.
John?
Last 4 weeks, we've had 49 calls for service. We removed 2 junk vehicles. I spoke with Double D today. I'm gonna try to give them 1 a week, just to not overwhelm their lot, and just, he acted like they had to hold on to them about 30 days, so we gave him 10 in 1 day. So we've come to an agreement. I'm gonna try to give him 1 a week, and we should get that cleaned up. In the F-150 truck, we did notice the gun rack where it bolts the seat is sheared off. You can't see it unless you look, but there's been a noise and I couldn't ever figure out what it was. And I went around the corner the other day and the gun rack, I caught it out of the corner of my eye. So the insurance adjuster approved to replace that. So that'll be getting scheduled in. Actually, I think it's ordered. When they get it in, they're going to schedule it. So the bike we ordered should be finished in the next couple of weeks. Outside of that, not a lot going on. We participated in the career fair for the Park County students. That was kind of exciting. We had everything from like 4th graders to seniors there. Randy's working on a grant to get us a couple extra body cameras. Something that he can do from home right now while he's off. Help us out a little bit. And the only other thing I got going, first week of December, so I'm gonna look at the budget and consider purchasing another patrol rifle, because we currently don't have any. The one that we use is mine, so we'll see where the numbers are at. But outside of that, I got nothing unless you have something for me.
Did you ever hear anything about that camera grant?
Just denied.
But they didn't give us reasons, or can we read why? Okay, we need to find out.
Most of those, they just say approved or denied, there's
Yeah.
very little explanation goes with them that I've seen. Yep.
7 runs for the month, that's not right. 131 for the year. After the Mecca fire, the 10th, whatever day that was, last Thursday, took almost an hour and a half to fuel 2 trucks. Is there another option we have other than that gas station? I know it's a thorn in the side for you guys, but 9 hours down there, pumping hose and all that, and then having to wait an hour and a half to fuel.
When you,
Put 75
when you
gallons.
fueled up at this one,
No,
did
one
it,
down by the bridge.
no, I mean, when you were using this one with your credit card, did it take that long?
No,
No?
no, it's just, it's literally like a gallon a minute, if that. The pump, it is terrible. It's-
Yeah, the guys will talk about that too with line trucks. I think Anthony's out there
You
for
literally-
45 minutes.
Yeah.
What would cause that?
The pump's gotta be.
Pump only has a slow speed.
Right.
Did you,
Either that or-
did you leave
And
the
it's
truck
set by
there?
order and all that, but,
I think it works.
so,
I mean,
We've got to
I
figure
don't know
something
what
out.
other options we have, but like I said, wait an hour and a half after being out there for
Yeah.
9.5, 10 hours. I don't know what was worse, waiting for the fuel or fighting fire for 10 hours, or 9 hours, or whatever it was.
I would question whether the fuel dispensing amount is calibrated correctly anyway, if it's,
That's state regulated, so
Yeah.
as long as it's been state requirement, it's not that big of a deal. They don't care. Now, how long is a gallon's a gallon per day, that's all they care about. But I'm just looking at other options of what we have, or what is available for us. I know Rockville is available, but now we're looking at time out of town, and we know what that tends to
Is
cost.
there a reason why?
Have we found out any more on the tank placement, new tank placement?
So I haven't got with her on that. I know Scott had mentioned it before, that he was gonna look at something, but that was a couple meetings back, 3 or 4 meetings ago.
I need some information or
Kinda got
something.
sidetracked on that, and I lose sight of it every now and then as well, but.
So in the meantime, get a card,
How long,
have to go through there, or,
how long does that take? I mean, just,
I don't know. The only bad thing is somebody's got to have their personal social security number on there
yeah.
to be responsible for the account. I've already got mine on the town account, I just as soon not have it on it.
Can Skip do that? Can he have his name and?
Fire department.
You put mine on there, I don't care.
Huh?
You put mine on there.
I did, however, just looking for different options on what we need to go. I mean, that's, I don't mind being
Evidently,
town
that guy doesn't
business
have
and all
much
that,
muscle
but
business. Where you get-
put 55, 60 gallons in a gas tank at, half a gallon a minute.
Let me go to the bank tomorrow and see what's possible there through First Financial.
Well, we need to figure something out if it's fire department and 45 minutes for you guys. It's
Yeah.
a waste of time too, so.
You shouldn't be complaining.
So, I mean, it's very inconvenient on everybody's part.
Yeah.
That's the downfall.
I mean, and even after that, when fuel come back, we still got work to do on the trucks, and hose and re-rig and everything else, so it definitely makes for a long day, especially, the Mecca fire, unfortunately, it's a bad example, but that's what we gotta base our judgments on.
Yeah. Let me do that tomorrow. and we'll
So, and I'll dig into that tank a little bit more, I finally got some help at work, so I have a little bit more free time. And see what I come up with, and I'll see if Kurt found anything on the tank. And then, I'm assuming nothing from the insurance, so other than that, I appreciate everything.
Thank you,
Oh,
in the department. Thank you, Neil.
Thank you.
Brad?
only thing I got is the CDL training. Guys are getting chippy, wanting to get that done. Just don't know where to go.
Is everybody familiar with what he's got there in the CDL?
No, I'm not.
It went from $125 for the CDL license to
$3,500.
$3,500 per license.
The federal law changed in February. They can't just study on their own anymore. They
Got
have to
rid of the
take the
training
driving
and
test.
It changes in February or it
It
changed
changed last February.
Did I read somewhere in Rockville was offering CDL training and it was.
Rockville School.
Yeah, Park
Yeah,
Heritage.
Park Heritage is talking about.
Okay.
So right now, what are our options? Are they ready to,
Yeah, they both got the permits and are ready to,
but if they go, they have to still take the written and the course now?
they
Is
got
that
the 2-week training.
2-week training?
Yep,
Do they come out of training with their CDL?
I think so.
Okay.
And where's training?
Indeed.
And they
Indy?
gotta take,
7 a.m. to 4 p.m.
and
for a whole week, so we'll be down 2 guys.
and if you get air brakes and, standard transmission, they gotta take the dump truck with them, correct?
Yes.
but they can't drive it up there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How they gonna do that?
Right.
That's about like getting out of your car, going to driver's training car, you know. Which used to happen all the time.
So
I need to
so
follow up on a phone call I
town
made, I
pays
haven't
for
done
the
that
training.
with
And we've
Spicers.
never had to
out of
deal with that
country
before.
because
because
they supposedly are still using their
Yes,
individual
they're doing
trainers
tests
for
at
school
the
buses.
DMV,
And I wanna find out
to
if
get the
that's
permit,
true, and can
and
they
they
come down
study
here
on their
and
own
train?
at no cost.
So,
Okay.
And then you could call and sign up to take your
I haven't
driving
followed up.
test. But now, you can't take a driving test without having had
Right.
that
The
training.
I see.
The
So
course.
it's like they're doing it like when they
It's a
driver's
new
training now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes,
The
that's all
kids.
it is.
Basically.
Yeah.
It was before they started
It's
their
going
class.
to be, do you pay for the training, the person who gets trained, and then 2 weeks later, they want to drive CDL?
Well,
Is that like?
we
for
talked
someone
about
else?
that because the council agreed to go ahead and pay for it, get them going, that we could write up some kind of stipulation that stated if they leave employment. or get
Yeah, we got that for the marshals and
Within
the,
2 years.
electric part
Yeah.
now.
Okay.
We just gotta add this to it, but it's never been an issue.
Okay.
And,
We reimburse for the driving test after they pass, which is $100 an hour facing this.
did you hear what Paul said?
And I didn't, I'm sorry.
Will you repeat that, please?
Which one?
The one about the school bus testing.
Spicer's out of Covington, that's got school buses in 3 counties, have got 2 individual trainers. And I'm trying to get a hold of them to find out if that's true, if it's still working for them, it would work for somebody else.
Well,
So-
that's what, Pastor Keith was in the office one day,
Uh-huh.
and they were discussing that. He's a trainer. He just trained Chelsea, whoever
Mhm.
Chelsea is,
Yep.
and she even got her air brakes.
Mhm.
Oh, really?
Hmm.
But where did they test? Where did he say?
Indy,
Indy somewhere.
yeah.
It was outside of there,
That was, Whitestown.
Whitestown.
I'm not sure now, but that gal that she's talking about went and done all of her CDL work and passed everything and then didn't go back to the license branch to get it.
Oh, and then she had to take it all
Oh,
over
Then she had to
again.
take it all over again.
Mhm.
Real silly.
Nice.
Oops, yeah.
So, I hope he's a trainer.
He said he was.
Okay.
So
Yes, didn't he say he had a class B, but he doesn't have?
he doesn't have the air brakes, but he could train
For Class B.
Yeah.
Class B air brakes. So would we call the state to find out if, or we have to go through, where is it we go through? Something
ProSafe.
ProSafe.
I think it's on Raymond Street.
Do we have to go through them?
No.
No.
We don't? Well,
Does Ivy take off of that?
I was thinking about that today, I didn't know, I didn't know.
I remember somebody saying that Ivy Tech was gonna offer that.
Well, it used to be Ivy Tech and Vincennes, and you went to Vincennes to test. I don't even think that guy's still doing it down there.
Seems like, oh, headache.
Yeah.
Seems like
But
it's
it's after-
becoming
Well, if
more.
Keith could do it, that would be amazing.
because he offered to do it free of charge, even.
Mhm.
Oh,
And then if they got the instruction from him, then they could go test. and just pay the test fee, is that basically then?
So, I'll have to call the license branch and ask.
We need to
I don't think they'll know. We'll have to
figure it out.
Test center.
Yeah. Because you've got bet what their answer's gonna be.
Yeah.
No, you can't do it that way.
Yeah.
So,
It's crazy.
if we could get an independent opinion, it'd be nice, but I don't know where you go to get that.
Wouldn't Keith,
Well, I was gonna say, would
Wouldn't
Pastor
Keith know?
Keith know if
He
he's
might
involved?
have a contact.
I'd start there, especially if
Yeah,
he's gonna
see
do
what.
it on chief.
Mhm.
So we need to pick
Certainly
him,
tell you the straight story and
Yeah.
So start there and see if that's feasible. If not, get
see what,
signed up
see what he
with the.
recommends.
Yeah.
what two guys are going?
Cody and Jared.
And then you're gonna follow up with Covington, and then
Mhm.
you're gonna follow up with the other, and then we'll get back together and see
If it's
what.
not paying out, we'll have to go the long and hard way.
Yeah.
So can you make a motion contingent upon, like, if we see that's not feasible, because if they wait too much longer, they have to go back and
And do it
retest
again, I
the
know.
permits
Yeah.
and start all over again.
That's 6 months.
Is the permit, yeah.
so if we,
Cody's been, what, 4 months already?
so basically make a contingent on if this doesn't pan out, that they go ahead and sign up for that
Have to go.
to get moving forward, so that they can get it done.
Yeah, gonna have to do it.
Mhm.
When would they have to start if, keep their permits from running out?
I don't know.
I think Jared had at least 4 months.
Jared should have
Like
at
this
least
is-
4 or
yeah,
5
but I
months.
think
Cody's
Cody-
probably got less than 2 months.
So I was thinking Cody's would be the one that we gotta really watch.
Yeah,
First.
Yeah,
yeah.
Price permits.
Probably send one in January anyway, or both January.
What's the cost for just a permit now? 20?
I thought it was 30.
It's 29,
It's,
Yeah, something.
something like that, 28, 29.
it's not a big amount.
But you can't, if it expires, you can't go right back in and get another one, right?
I think so.
Oh, can you?
Mhm.
Yeah.
There's no waiting period or penalty, okay.
The waiting period, if you don't pass the driving part or anything in the
No.
CDL test, you gotta wait 72 hours or something before you can
Yeah.
reschedule. So,
Well, you wanna make that motion or,
I'll second it.
yeah,
okay, whatever you said, Kathy.
yeah. Make the motion with it contingent on,
And if that doesn't pan out, then you signed up for the schooling net.
Yeah.
yeah, needs to be done.
Yeah.
We gotta do
And
it.
you second.
Yeah.
One of us
All in
did.
favor?
Aye.
Thank you.
Probably not gonna be cheaper.
All right.
That's all I got.
All right. Thank you, guys.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Appreciate your efforts. Things going pretty good.
Real good.
Good.
Good. I like that new sweatshirt.
Yeah, they're nice.
Nice.
Okay, back to the list. We got one billing adjustment for $71.16. And one water adjustment request, account 8020.01, Terry Drake. All paperwork's in, everything's ready to go. Okay.
I'll make a motion to accept the billing adjustment and the water adjustment.
Second that?
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you.
Sorry, those are for your check. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Sign it. I've got a resolution 2022-11-01. It's just a transfer of funds to within the same budgetary fund.
Where?
Montezuma School.
Child, possible broken arm.
Yeah, 12-year-old.
Okay.
Okay, resolution 2022-11-01. It's just a transfer of funds within the same budgetary fund.
Make a motion for resolution 2022-11-01, transfer funds, and that's for the bike, for the.
Yeah, to get that all switched around in December, I normally do the end of the year one, but I want to go ahead and get that out of the way. And get money where it's supposed to be.
I'll second.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. You ready?
Coffee?
It's pretty at night though, isn't it?
You should use some green lights. I think you can change the green lights on there too. Reds and whites and greens.
You only got one little siren out of it, you didn't have far enough to go.
Right. You gotta be careful on the passenger seat. You put your foot down, that thing keeps going.
Yeah.
Haven't heard a crash, so that's better.
That's good.
Yeah.
It's a-
Okay. We got a quote from Keystone for direct deposit module and for payroll software, one-time setup fee of $600.
It's not bad. Compared to what they usually charge for.
Still, you think we've already got the payroll software, it'd just be another.
Oh, well, I know, but. they
Nothing's
usually-
that simple anymore.
Yeah.
No.
Nothing.
Motion to approve that.
I'll make a motion to approve the Keystone quote of $600 to set up software.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
And the fire department donation request for the Anna Children's Christmas Fund. Last year's donation was $400 that came out of the electrical.
Electric, gas, 50/50.
And gas.
Everything's gone up, so I would move that we do the same as last year and make it 500 for the kids.
One that can do it.
It's Christmas.
Yeah.
Did you make a motion?
Yeah.
Everything's more expensive, so
Yeah, I'll
Let's
second
see.
that.
I'll go for it.
$500.
All in favor?
Aye.
I think we have to abstain.
Stay.
Oh, that's right.
Do it fast.
Yes.
Yes. My bull knows what to do there.
Yeah. Okay, we've got the first installment of the water tower project in the amount of $136,239. You know, we, a couple of years ago, raised it, even more than that. We raised the rates to take care of part of that, and, so wasn't expecting the billing to come into next year, so. Kathy made a suggestion,
It's just a suggestion.
okay, so go ahead and pay it out of, pay it out of the water fund, right?
Well, it's up to you guys, what do you think?
I would pay it out of the water fund. I did some back and napkin calculations, you're fine to pay it. You have a healthy operating balance because you raised your rates several years ago, so that operating balance has got a lot of cushion in it. When we sometime next year, we're probably going to need to borrow money for the nitrate project. When we do that, Pat Callahan or whoever will readjust all your rate. He's gonna have to take a look at your water rate, he's gonna have to factor in all these things. And so, I'd go ahead and just do it out of the operating fund for this year. And you can even do it next year if you had to. But I suspect that your rate will be adjusted by next year, enough that we can pull that money out and, take Pat's advice about what to do next year. So, and it depends on how much, grant money you get for the nitrate project and that sort of thing. So we won't know that till sometime after July of next year. If even if then, I don't know. But you've got close to 350,000 in your water operating account. You're spending about, like 23,000 a month, 24,000, something like that. So you've got enough to just cover, that's just your day-to-day, expenses, payroll, things like that. So you're very healthy. And we have three of these big payments to make, and then it falls way down, down to 20 grand a year. So ARPA money can be spent on anything. You might want to save that for the next thing that breaks that you don't have money to turn to spend it, and you have a couple years still.
I was gonna say, is that the end of 26?
6, yeah. So, depending on what happens with this fire truck that can't seem to get fixed, who knows what the next crisis is.
I'll make a motion that we follow Kathy's recommendation and Scott's on the water tower payment.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. Okay. We've already talked about the CDL. Paul, Brad and I got together and went through yeah, so we're trying to get rid of, and then there's a piece of paper with the quotes on our best guesses of what we ought to do with it. So, any questions, suggestions, tell us it's crazy?
John was asking me this afternoon, did we have that scrap metal in there, or were we gonna use that for something else?
I don't know what we'd use it for, because it's junk.
Do we need to add that, or is it better to take it and scrap it ourselves?
Yeah. Is that the siding?
I don't think so.
Mm-hmm.
They don't sell it for much.
We can add it, I don't care. I mean, or we can take the scrap out.
You wanna add it and see if we get anything for it, or
Right.
Makes sense.
the gas down there would probably be more than that.
You could add it, just don't put a minimum on it, just.
So do you put these somewhere? Explain this to me, because I'm.
Legally, we have to advertise in the paper, and also create a legal ad, or a notice to do that. But you can do whatever, you can do more than that, certainly if you, Facebook and whatever else, if you wanna put it out there, then we have to take sealed bids, and the complication we get when you're selling this much stuff is you gotta kind of try and be concise and explain to people, we need you to put each item, if you want to bid on 10 things, that's fine, but you gotta give us 10 different envelopes right on the outside of what you're bidding on. And then you can open that stack that's for this, because it gets real confusing if people are trying to bid on multiple items on one bid. The only one I want to add, there's the one that says call REMC.
Yeah, pole trailer.
Are you,
Well, that's why I wanted to ask you, can we do that, or does that have to go up for bid?
You think they might be interested in it? Is that what you're suggesting?
Yeah,
You can may know somebody that is interested.
right.
I know the statute allows you to sell however you want. If there were another city or town or a library or somebody who wanted, or a nonprofit, you don't have to advertise at all. If you want to give it, if you want to donate it to them, or you wanted to sell it to them for $1 or $100 or $1,000, whatever you decide, you don't have to bid if you're selling it to another or giving it to another public. REMC's, yeah, they're kind of close.
Yeah.
So, I don't know if they exactly are, but they're also, I mean, they're not, you know, I think it would probably be okay. If you wanted to just, do they want to buy it? Is that what they're interested in buying?
They don't even know anything about it.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, if they were interested, and they offered a price that you guys are okay with, I think you'd be okay to just,
Okay, Tom, take it.
yeah. They're a public utility, they're not exactly, but it's the same concept, I mean,
Yeah.
So somebody needs to call them before we actually advertise them.
I can call Joel tomorrow.
They probably wouldn't be in the paper until the 30th, maybe. I'll be able to get in by the 30th paper. If not, then it'd be the 7th, and we could open them at your December meeting, your second December meeting, I think. I'm not sure. That way, at least everybody's had a chance, and then if nobody offers a bid on something, or you don't get the minimum bid, then you can do essentially what you want with it. If you want to best offer accepted, just put it on Facebook, or put it on the bulletin board, or whatever, first come, first served, or scrap it, or whatever.
Everybody okay with that? Yep. Numbers?
Mhm. So that next meeting would be June the 1st, and the 15th.
Yeah, we're meeting next month, the 1st and the 15th. And they will all be at the community center. So,
I'm sorry, what were you talking about?
the meetings next month.
The 1st and the 15th?
Yes, because they're,
The 1st is the first
yes.
Thursday, okay.
As far as I know, because used to, we'd switch, but John said they weren't having a meal in December,
Okay.
and that Catholic Charities would be earlier in the month.
Rick, anything for us?
Nothing.
Paul?
Well, Rex and I and Brad and Cody and Jared met up at the raspberry patch in the cemetery. Must be brother.
Oh, he missed out on that, didn't he?
So do tell, what was
Georgia
the
showed up
decision
at our
made?
last meeting.
Oh, okay, that's
And
fine.
there's
She
one-
came to me? Wow.
She
is
came
coming.
and she was
Tell me
ice
what's dark, because I thought, where the new road's supposed to go to the cemetery, it was gonna wipe out her raspberry.
Oh, she has raspberries?
And she's already paid her
She
debt,
knows.
she's already
Tell me
fixed
that.
nothing for everybody.
I
Did you
never-
stop by?
No,
I was busy,
had the
I got her
boys,
message,
no.
but I
I
was busy.
didn't
Yeah.
Don't
go,
put
I
this-
didn't get there.
So will it tear it out or not?
No, not all of it. There's
A little section.
I don't remember what, 20 feet,
Very small.
a very small area that'll get into.
Probably about 10 by 20
Yeah.
areas probably tear out, but
She
those
didn't
things are pretty
No, she was
resilient.
happy
They'll
with
go back.
that.
She didn't fight you on that
Good.
She
section?
was happy with
Okay.
that, and very thankful.
Okay.
Yeah.
It'll all be good.
She needs a birthday month.
But we did meet up there, took care of that, and that was the next day, I believe. It was, yeah.
Dang.
And then, I talked to Valerie down at Troy's. Troy is in very bad shape. Got a pacemaker defibrillator, goes for stents sometime in December. But, I used his condition as a reason for him to try to make a path, you know, so we can get back in there if he's gets down or we have to get him out. And I told Valerie if the town has to clean the path to get in there, that Troy won't like the path and like what happens to his stuff. So, and we wasn't mad or anything, but just, we need a little cleanup done, so we'll see how it goes, and, well, I think we know the answer.
We were back there last week too, for a sewer haul.
Pardon?
We were back there last week for a sewer haul, and it was tough getting back there. We had to take little 1 gallon jugs, fill them up, about 30 jugs, just to get his grinder pump lift station cleaned out, because we couldn't get in back there.
You can't even get down in there at all.
We barely walked down.
Yeah, it's just a path.
It's really bad.
There's a dog tied out, and there's just a path over to feed it. And today I didn't see all the cats. I was down there one time, and the cats were bad, and I just stopped because I'm not taking on the cats. But anyway,
Thank you for that.
you're welcome. I tried, and that's all I had.
Well, thanks for your effort.
That's it.
We talked last time a little bit, I brought it up. these citizens of Montezuma think they can park any place on Fortune Street down through the business district anytime they want to. For last week, one day, there was a car parked in front of the old pizza place all day long, facing the wrong direction. Now, I mean, common sense says it's directional parking, you park on the right side. But does there have to be some signage or?
I don't know, I don't know, Jay, because I don't think, you don't have to have signage, no. You would for a no parking area.
Yeah.
Yes. I'm not sure if that, and John might know the answer, if there's, I thought there was a state statute prohibiting parking facing the wrong way. So if not, I don't know that you have an ordinance that says that, but even if you don't, we can write one. And if you write it, you don't have to say that, no. It's like, you don't have to say don't park on the sidewalk. You can't park on the sidewalk. So I know people sometimes will, block to pull in a drive or something like that, but, so, he could ticket them and have them,
Oh, we haven't talked to John, that's, he wasn't there.
And I believe that's state,
Okay.
I believe that's part of the, state code. Because you don't want people crossing, traffic like that,
Right.
it's dangerous, and it's discombobulating if you see a car parked the wrong way. You'd wonder what's going on.
So we'll get with John. John would like to see a little activity in that direction. Because I thought it was just me, but it wasn't. Oh, I got with Peyton from the sawmill about the sign.
Okay.
He said, okay, he would give us updates and let us know what to do. But he was wondering about putting one out here on the, one right outside here. Because he said that one where the ampersand is, isn't very visible, which is true, but we didn't want to set any any closer to the highway because the truck's leaving here.
Yeah.
So, I told him I didn't know, I'd bring it up and see what everybody thought about it. I don't know, is there any stipulations on that, or?
Only thing, we gotta see through the lakes to get out of here. On that side too, that's why that's
Yeah,
the height that is, so.
okay. Well, I'll get back with him tomorrow
Okay.
and tell him we'll just have to work with him as we go. All right? But he seemed very interested in getting some advertisement for this company and involved. Sean?
Just the fire department's annual children's Christmas party is December 3rd, 3 p.m. 3 p.m. Some donations have come in, and I believe it's the FOP. Josh got a hold of me. We are getting some donations. I think it's the FOP got a grant, or I don't know 100% what's going on, but we got some donations that'll be coming to us toy-wise to help with that. So I will be going over to pick some of that up, and I don't want to talk for John, but I believe John's going, so he may help transport with me.
What, 300 and some toys, divided between
I heard it
4
was,
groups,
I heard each group was getting a couple hundred.
So that is
So
through
I
the
don't know.
FOP?
I think it's through the FOP, Park and Vermillion, I believe. But I'm not 100%. I did talk to Josh, and that's usually what he's affiliated with, so, that's good. I think as of right now, it's open. It's not a drive-through like it's been in the past. I think they're gonna, I'm not really sure exactly how they're doing it. And since Skip left, I can't verify that either. So, but that is December 3rd, 3 p.m. So,
Kurt's message was there's a group bringing toys to Park County to pass out to K through 4 kids on December 6th. I think it's the date at Park Heritage. We were asked to help. If we help, they will give us toys towards our Christmas program.
right.
Yeah.
And then Josh reached out to me.
And then next Tuesday at 2 p.m.,
Yeah.
we'll meet at Belmore Firehouse to go through all these toys to separate them. Roughly, the FOP, Elks, and Montezuma Fire Department will get 320 toys.
Nice.
Sweet.
So,
Good deal.
that's a good deal.
That's what it's all about, the kids.
That's right.
Yep. Other than that, I don't think anything else. He was supposed to tell you all that.
Good.
When do we decorate for the town? When do we put up town decorations? And is the Christmas tree still?
Waiting until Thanksgiving's over.
Good.
Tradition.
And they are,
Probably the Monday after Thanksgiving.
they are turning the lights, electric on for the cover bridge group downtown. And then they're gonna help Monday to get that light tree up. And then they'll put theirs up.
And it's still gonna go down to North End of Washington,
Well,
Yeah, I'm hoping.
they're hoping to, they're trying to,
figure it
If
out.
the logistics works, it will, and if not,
Cause we opened that hole under that valve box, and it's not as deep as we thought it was. It's maybe a foot deep.
mm,
So I don't know if we're gonna have to maybe put a tree stand over that hole. If that's the case, we're gonna have to bolt it down to the road so the
Yeah.
wind doesn't blow it over. So I don't know, we'll see. But we're hoping to do it.
Be awesome.
Okay.
something different.
yeah. Hopefully, it works out, because it would be really cool to have it that way.
Yeah, very cool.
Mm-hmm.
Candy canes are going up this weekend.
Well, I saw the net pressure lakes were out.
Our
Candy canes.
Yeah.
He usually likes to wait, but that's it.
That is it. No, I'm gonna hold my thoughts for this evening,
Oh dear.
Good.
even though I promised you I was gonna get you back.
Update on 1263 North Jefferson. We tried to serve, there was a woman, I've told you this, but I'll refresh your recollections. There was a woman who bought tax certificate at the tax sale, so we had to serve her, and I tried to do it by a certified mail, and it never got picked up and came back. So I sent it last week, I think, or maybe it was Monday. Either last week or Monday, we sent it to the sheriff, to have the sheriff, they'll try and serve it to her in person. If she's not there, they'll leave it, and then they'll mail a copy, and that will work. Then I get a call on Monday from the woman, and she had been out of town, and she had notices in her box about the certified mail, but by the time she went to the post office, they'd already sent it back, and she looked it up online and said, and she was very nice, she said, I'm sorry, I was out of town, and I said, well, I have to sue you, I'm sorry, and she said, oh, I understand. So we have to get her served. Ms. Presley did file a letter, submitted a letter to the judge, which they copied me on, and of course they don't want their home tore down, but that's too bad. So once we get, the lady's name is Deidre Hall, I believe, or Deandra Hall, something like that. Once we get verification back that she has been served, I will file and ask Judge Swain to set it for a hearing. I'm guessing it's gonna be January. would be my guess. Because of the holiday and stuff, so, but I will let you know once we get her served. We're close, so, I'm getting her served at least, so. And then I'll probably ask John to come to the hearing and perhaps our inspector as well from Brazil to come testify. It should not be like a 2 hour, a couple hours maybe, so.
Okay.
I also, the other little, Kathy and I had a discussion a couple meetings ago. You have a account on your sewer fund for debt service reserve. That is a fund that is required by our bond ordinance for you to, we've been gradually over the last decade putting money in there every month, and it has to be built up until you have 1 year's payment on your debt. And you are right, you're like 1 month away from having that payment. So you'll soon be able to stop transferring that money to that debt service reserve, which means that you'll be getting whatever $1,500 or so a month more back into your sewer.
Good.
That's all.
Oh, with the first year coming up, we need to talk about salaries.
Yes, you do.
So that all has to be completed by the 1st of January, right? Or December 31st?
You have to have your ordinance passed by December 31st.
Yeah, so
And I didn't have enough time, I got it yesterday, our insurance renewal showing 22% increase. So I've got to call Epic. I'm gonna try to have a representative at our special session to see if we have any other options, or if he can go to the underwriters and try to
Is
Get
our
it
health
decreased.
insurance or?
medical.
Okay.
That's the highest, I think.
he was going back with either one insurance.
Really?
I thought they're
Yeah.
gonna up to 22% and we haven't heard nothing back.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, unfortunately, health insurance is going up, but yes,
It
we
is.
need to look and see if we have some options.
I'm hoping that someone will be at our projects meeting.
We're gonna have anybody from
So-
Florida be at our project meeting too?
Well,
To
we
talk
talked
about
to
the,
her again
I emailed her Tuesday,
Tuesday.
not till Tuesday, and, I did not hear back as of, I just looked, so.
to talk about the money and employee evaluations, what we should do.
So do we need a special session or?
Yeah, I think so. I'd feel better than to do
Yeah.
that. But now, would that
We
be a,
can do that in executive, right? But
No,
then
we're
you
gonna
should
say
just-
admin.
You can evaluate
Executive.
executive, the
executive?
salaries discussion has to be an open.
Okay, so
So,
we need an executive.
yeah, when you wanna do that? Any suggestions?
If you wanted to do it before a meeting, or you wanted to do it on a separate day? It has to be done by the 31st.
you have to
It
have
already has to be
It's
passed on the
gotta be
meeting.
by December
It has to be
15th.
by the 15th,
Yeah.
right?
December 6th.
We'll have to get it done.
Elected officials have to be done by December
Oh.
31st. Technically, everyone would just keep getting paid what they're getting paid now until, you can change employees anytime you want,
Okay.
okay?
Okay.
But traditionally, it's always done before the end of the year because people, it's budgeted for, and
23 next year.
you can't change elected officials after the first of the year. But technically, you can do the employees after the first year if you want to. But
No? I just need to get it over with, personally. Any days or times, or?
Did you say the 6th?
I said
December 6th, Tuesday, anybody got conflict? You do?
Yeah,
Oh,
Yeah,
what's your
that's
conflict?
my birthday.
Oh.
Well, we
I
can
don't
probably
wanna-
celebrate your birthday together.
If we do, we have to bring cake.
Shauna,
Do what?
that's meeting night.
Oh, that's meeting night.
Oh, that's you guys' meeting night.
I don't care.
How about
I
the
guess when I
8th?
have your birthday with you.
Hmm.
He didn't hear you.
What'd you
The
say?
8th?
The 8th? I think I'm probably available. Thursday?
I could do the eighth.
What do you?
I could do the eighth.
Okay.
I got an appointment that's at morning.
I can do the 8th, but I would have it'd have to be a little bit later. I have little boys until 6:30.
So we did it at 7?
Seven?
You're gonna be there, right? Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
That's on Thursday too.
Could we do 7 or is 7 too late?
Fine with me, I don't.
I go to bed about 11.
In the winter, I
Do
just,
you? I don't do it.
Seven will work, I'm a big boy.
7 on the 8th. We'll do that.
At 7:30 or 7?
7.
Okay.
December 8th, 7 p.m. At Community Center.
Seven.
It's about salaries, right?
Mm-hmm.
Employee
Employee
evaluations.
evaluation.
Yeah.
You'd have to bring the salary up in your regular meeting.
Brad, will you be there for part of that? We want to talk about people.
I can.
Sorry, it's late.
Mm.
I
Do
go
you
to bed
want-
late anyway.
We won't talk about you while you're there, Brad.
Do you want official written evaluations this year or just,
What do you think?
I'm unfamiliar with all of them, so a little something. I mean, it doesn't have to be like,
Would it be easier for you to write it up, or would it be easier for you to come and talk about it? I mean, I guess.
I can show you, because he's never done this before, it's his first time, I can show you examples of what we've used in the past and
Yeah, I'll just tell you that.
some of it I don't.
You're gonna represent your people, and he'll represent his, so whatever you guys wanna do.
Okay.
That's fine.
Mm-hmm.
It may be more difficult than it has to be.
Right, that's what I was trying to do, easiest route.
yeah.
Anyways.
Their employees do that.
Post-it notes. We'll
Yeah, I mean,
this guy is okay.
John gives me a hard time about my post-it notes. It drives him crazy.
you
Okay.
do notes in the computer too, you know?
Is there anything else anybody's got?
I don't believe so.
So.
I'll make a motion to adjourn.